Good morning.
Good morning. The December 8th, 2021 meeting of the Board of Estimates is now called to order. In the interest of promoting health and safety as we continue to deal with COVID-19 pandemic, the Board of Estimates continues to meet virtually. At this time, I would ask the Comptroller Henry for any corrections, additions, or noted abstentions to today's agenda.
Thank you, Mr. President. In the absence of Director of Public Works Jason Mitchell, Deputy Director of Public Works Matthew Garbark will sit and act on his behalf. There are no corrections or changes for today's agenda. There are no protests. The following items are being deferred. On page 13, Department of Law Settlement Agreement and Release is deferred until December 15th. On page 25, item number 1, Department of Housing and Community Development, ratification of CDBG 46 grant agreement with I'm Still Standing Community Corporation is deferred until December 15th. On pages 58 and 59, Department of Public Works, expenditure of funds is deferred until December 15th. Page 107, item number 1, Bureau of Procurement, B50006206, procurement assessment and transformation is deferred until December 15th. The following items are moved to the non-routine agenda. On pages 117 and 118, item number 8, Bureau of Procurement B50002877, advanced metering infrastructure and water meter system installation. There are no items being moved to the routine agenda. There are no, the following abstentions have been received by the board. The Honorable Mayor Brandon Scott is abstaining on pages 42, item number 1, Health Department, agreement with the Johns Hopkins University. Page 48, Health Department, amendment to agreement with the Johns Hopkins University. Page 99, City Council Bills, Council Bill 21-0122, franchise, installation of 5 utilities duct banks, granting a franchise to the Johns Hopkins University. The Honorable President Nick Mosby is abstaining on pages 99, City Council Bills 21-0122 and 21-0123. And on page 130, Baltimore City Council travel request. There are no votes and there are no rejections of recommended awards.
Thank you, Mr. Comptroller, for that. I would like to direct the board's attention from my office today. You will receive 2 letters just explaining the vote, my previous vote associated with the cameras on 83 as well as with the arena deal that was taken on our last and previous board meeting. That's consistent to what I've done in the past and what I expect to continue to kind of do, just to again explain my no vote, particularly when it's dissenting in comparison to the rest of the votes on the board. At this point, I'd now like to direct the board's attention to a memorandum from my office dated December the 6th, 2021, identifying matters to be considered as routine agenda items, together with any corrections and additions that have been noted by our comptroller. I will at this point entertain a motion to approve all items contained on the routine agenda.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And all those opposed, please say nay. The ayes have it. The routine agenda items have been adopted. The first non-routine agenda item today can be found on pages 117 through 118. Item number 8, renewal of contract of B50002877. This is an annual renewal of a long-term installation and servicing contract with Itrom Incorporated for water meters. At this time, I would like to recognize representatives from the Department of Public Works or Procurement to speak on the behalf of this item.
Mr. President?
Yes.
It's Matt Garbark. I can explain the purpose of this item on behalf of the Department of Public Works.
Thank you so much, Deputy Commissioner Garbark. It was hard for me to get that out.
No problem.
At this point, the floor is yours, Deputy Commissioner.
Thank you very much. I'm joined today by Steve Strickland. He is the interim chief of the meter shop for the Department of Public Works. And he'll be able to answer any specific questions or provide some more details that as might be needed. But I want to do real briefly is just explain this contract. There's been a lot of confusion over this and the role Itron plays over the last year, and recommend that the board approve the renewal of the contract with Itron. So the renewal requires no additional funding. The action is just an authorization to continue working with Itron. The contract has sufficient funding on it, so there is no additional funding needed. But as you mentioned, Mr. President, this is a rather significant contract overall. It was originally approved in 2014, and the city entered into the contract to basically overhaul and upgrade all of our water meters under Baltimore City's jurisdiction. That equates to about 400,000. There's 200,000, give or take, in Baltimore City, another 200,000 or so in Baltimore County. So every one of those meters was upgraded or installed. A new one was installed. That was the bulk of the value of the contract. In addition, Baltimore City has what's called fixed infrastructure. It's called an automated metering infrastructure, which is AMI. And that means that there are repeaters and collectors. These are devices that are permanently affixed to structures around the city that receive signals from the meters that were installed. That is only in Baltimore City. So they wirelessly transmit signals from consumption to these devices, which then transmits that into data for billing. In Baltimore County, they have a different way of doing that. It's called advanced metering, meter reading, which is AMR, where a meter technician actually drives a vehicle with a mobile collector that collects all of the reads in the county. That mobile collector is then connected to our systems and uploaded for bill printing at that point. So the bulk of this contract paid for the installation of this infrastructure, both the meters as well as the repeaters and the collectors. What the renewal does is, now that all that stuff has been installed, it pays for a couple of things. First of all, it pays for a Itron technician to be on staff and dedicated to Baltimore City to be able to maintain, operate, fix, address any of those repeaters or collectors that may not be working or that have an issue. It was designed to have redundancy throughout the city so that if one repeater or collector is down, other collectors, repeaters can collect that information. But we need to make sure that those things are maintained. It requires an expertise and a knowledge on that particular type of hardware as well as cellular technology. And we have found it to be very beneficial to have Itron on staff. We do not pay per service request or incident. It is a flat rate that we pay for this individual to be on staff. The other portion of the contract we pay is annual licensing agreements. That's for 2 software systems that we use, one of which is called Choice Connect. It actually collects the meter reads and translates that into consumption data. And the other system, it's called FCS, but that actually takes that data and then puts it into a usable format for our billing software. So we pay licensing fees for that, and that includes upgrades when there are new versions available, as well as support for the software. I do want to mention that that is all we pay for. The city owns, or the city manipulates and controls the software itself. So we can make changes, we can deal with stuff. We're the ones that operate that software. We do not pay Itron to operate it. We pay them to support us if there are issues that we need support for. So I also want to note that Itron is not involved in any actual meter repairs or upgrades or installations at this point. They installed the original meters. They no longer have any role in that. They are only maintaining our fixed infrastructure and are helping to maintain and provide support for the software. All meter technician work is done in-house by our water meter technicians. If we do need contractual support, we have separate contractors who specialize in large meter repair. So that's the basic overview of the contract itself. And again, this renewal would get us through another year of that support. But I know there are some questions on this, and I'd be happy to answer any questions that anyone might have, or Mr. Strickland could also answer questions if I'm unable to. So thank you.
No, thank you, Mr. Garbark. At this time, members of the board, are there any questions, concerns for the Department of Public Works? Seeing that, hearing and seeing no questions from board at this point, I'll entertain a motion for us to proceed.
I move approval.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 All those opposed, please say nay. The ayes have it. This item is now approved. This is the only item that's on our agenda from a non-routine perspective today. At this point, if there's any other questions or concerns or comments from members of the board? Hearing and seeing none, as there's no new business before the desk, the board will recess until bid opening at 12 noon. The Board of Estimates will reconvene on Wednesday, December the 15th at 9 a.m. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in Baltimore. Happy holidays, and we absolutely love you.
That was before they were the Starship.
Before they were started, my wife observed the other day that she said after most of a lifetime of listening to it and thinking about it, she's decided that White Rabbit is a tango.
I can actually see that. I actually can see that, yes.
Okay. Good afternoon. The Board of Estimates is now in session for the receiving and opening of bids. The board has received the following addendum for today. Bureau of Procurement solicitation number B50006293, Banking Services. Bids are now due December 15th, 2021. Thank you.
I move we note the addenda.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. First bids to be received today. From the Department of Public Works, proposal for WC 1274 Carrollton Avenue and Vicinity water main replacements. Bid bond of 2% is required if the bid is over $100,000. First bid is from Robert E. Harrington Plumbing and Heating Company
With a bid bond.
with a bid bond in the amount of $9,508,244 and no cents.
Is that 244?
244.
Next bid is from Metra Industries
With a bid bond.
with a bid bond and in the amount of $9,367,088.45. Next bid is from Monumental Paving and Excavating Incorporated
With a bid bond.
with a bid bond and a total bid of $10,232,839.70. Ooh. All right, the next bid is from the Spinello Companies with a bid bond and a total bid amount of $8,623,300 and no cents. Whew. Okay, next bid is from J. Fletcher Creamer and Son Incorporated
With a bid bond.
with a bid bond and a total bid amount of $8,939,035.00. Next bid is from Civil Construction LLC
With a bid bond?
with a bid bond and a total bid of $11,295,783.20. All right. And the last bid is from Anchor Construction Corporation
With a bid bond?
with a bid bond and a total bid of $10,996,512.00.
I move that we refer these to the Department of Public Works for tabulation and report.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. The next bid to be received is, from the Department of Public Works, proposal for WC 1275 Elemont Street and Spring Lake Way and Vicinity water main replacements. These bids have a bid bond of 2% that is required if the bid is over $100,000. First bid is from J. Fletcher Creamer and Son Incorporated
With a bid bond?
with a bid bond and a total bid amount of $14,683,163.00. Next bid is from Anchor Construction Corporation
With a bid bond?
with a bid bond and a total bid of $18,995,484.00. Oh, sorry. Next bid is from the Spinello Companies with a bid bond and a total bid amount of $13,693,300.00. Next bid is from Metra Industries
With a bid bond?
with a bid bond and a total bid amount of $16,922,461.40. Next bid is from Civil Construction LLC
With a bid bond?
with a bid bond and a total bid of $22,553,461.16. All right, and the final bid
I got two more. Monumental and Harrington.
Well, I have Harrington. Was Monumental attached to something else? So I don't have anything else stacked here. Here, okay. Ooh, thank you.
Sure.
Thank you, Mr. Solicitor.
Even a blind squirrel can find it.
Okay, this next bid is from, I'm sorry, I need to read the exact, R.E. Harrington Plumbing and Heating Company Incorporated.
With a bid bond?
With a bid bond and a total bid of $16,293,542 and no cents. And now, the final bid. Is from Monumental Paving and Excavating Incorporated with a bid bond and a total bid amount of $17,686,940.75.
I move that we refer these to the Department of Public Works for tabulation and report.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Next up, we have from the Bureau of Procurement, proposal B50006148, Transportation Services for Infants and Toddlers. No bid bond is necessary. The first bid is from Heart to Heart Ambulance Service Incorporated, doing business as Heart to Heart Transportation, with a total bid of $122,424.00. Second bid is from WHC Maryland LLC with a total bid of $88,496.64.
I move that we refer these to the Bureau of Procurement for tabulation and report.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Next, from the Bureau of Procurement, proposal B50006375, polymeric flocculant for GBT for the Back River wastewater treatment plant. Well, I know what I'll be Googling this afternoon. There you go. Will I be unhappy?
You'll be very interested. It's quite interesting.
Okay, the first bid. No bid bond is necessary. The first bid is from Polydyne Incorporated in the amount of $1,105,314 and no cents.
That was $1,105,314.
I think it was 114.
314.
314? Okay.
Yep.
And the next bid is from Tidewater Products Incorporated with a total bid of $1,345,260 and no cents.
I move that we refer these to the Bureau of Procurement for tabulation and report.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next, Bureau of Procurement B50006386, Quad Guards Barriers. No bid bond is required. First bid is from the 95 Traffic Safety Supply with a total bid price of $96,752 and no cents. Next bid is from Nasatka Security with a total bid price of $89,790 and no cents.
I move that we refer these to the Bureau of Procurement for tabulation and report.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Next up, from the Bureau of Procurement, proposal B50006395, Back River Phosphoric Acid 75%. First bid is from Chemrite Incorporated for a total of $799,920 and no cents. Second bid is from Caris LLC with a total bid of $792,000 and no cents. And the final bid is from Shannon Chemical Corporation with a total bid of $742,200 and no cents.
Move that we refer these to the Bureau of Procurement for tabulation and report.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. And our final proposal of the afternoon is from the Bureau of Procurement, proposal B50006400, reflective sign sheeting. No bid bond is required. The first bid is from Osborne Associates Incorporated with a total bid price of $178,731.25. And the second and final bid is from Garden State Highway Products Incorporated with a total bid price of $222,262.50.
I move that we refer these to the Bureau of Procurement for tabulation and report.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. With no other business before us, the Board of Estimates will stand in recess until next Wednesday, December 15th at 9 a.m. Thank you very much and stay safe.